Don't try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep them.
I bought a mixture of menswear, women's wear, ready to wear accessories. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about me sharing what I bought at the Hermes sample sale. But I was editing it back, so what you're about to see I filmed 3 days ago. And I can see how sore my skin looks, and whenever I talk about it, I get inundated with people that can relate, men and women. So I just thought I really want to strip it back, keep it really raw. Don't be alarmed by seeing me barefaced. I want to show you me on a bad day. So this is my skin. I mean, it can be worse. I'm just coming out of a flare up. I've been like this for about 2 weeks. I need to try and stop touching. So I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with when I'm trying to put makeup over inflamed skin after having a flare up of eczema, and I want to show you what I do and what I've noticed has been helping. So this is what we're dealing with. It's so red and inflamed, and you'll see in the video in a second, even with the makeup you can see it's coming out of the makeup. So all around here, my skin feels like sawdust. The dryness and the flakiness, it takes all the radiance out of my skin. So I found some products that I've been using since I went on holiday, actually about a month ago. Products that are radiant, offer radiance to my skin, glowy skin, but I have to be careful not to test too many, because that's so bad for people with sensitive skin, as so many as you can relate to. And I have to have a product that's not too scented, because anything that's scented or has perfume, it's a no-go. So hopefully this helps. I'm going to show you how I prep my skin, what really helps. And hopefully we can see a result as it goes along. So the first thing I'm going to use, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would already have seen me use these products, but this is one of my favourite products, like beauty products. It's the Pink Diamond Lifting Face Mask, Lift and Illuminating. So this actually has, I put it all on the screen here, but just the smell of the grapefruit extracts. I love the ingredients of rhodiola. You actually read what's inside. So I only use this about once a week, but this is one of the best skincare products that I've noticed that really makes a big difference. A sheet mask is really good for hydrating the skin. Like if you're ever having an event, it's so cold. When my eczema's really bad, I put these in the fridge. I didn't do that today. But I put them in the fridge so it's so cooling. And already I can feel that it's a bit of a relief. So if you are suffering with itchy, dry skin like me, I really recommend the sheet mask. They really soothe. Like even this this feels really nice. Even this in itself is really soothing, but this sheet mask has diamond powder. It helps reflect ambient light for a boost of radiance, which I find really helpful when I have my dull skin, which is every day. Skin tightens, which is great. I find that the skin gets really loose and baggy. I've noticed that over the years. Of course it's aging, but it's definitely accelerated with my eczema. Moisturizes and smooths the complexion. Again, they're areas I need to target. Vitamin C is known antioxidant that helps to brighten and even the skin tone. So this sheet mask has everything I need with my eczema concerns. So I'll leave that on for around 10 minutes to really get the benefit. So whilst I have this on, I'm going to talk you through the other products. So the Vitamin C, the Vit C range from Rodial is one of my favourite ranges. Vitamin C is a natural radiance ingredients anyway, but what I love most about this, and I'm reading it so I get it exactly right, vitamin B5 helps to support healthy looking skin, known to nourish, condition and hydrate complexions. So I find that really works with this. The vitamin C, an antioxidant known to help boost skin radiance and even skin tone. It also includes oil rich in oxidants known to improve skin texture, and that is my problem. I have a terrible skin texture at the moment. It's so rough, literally like sandpaper. One of my favourite moisturisers to use is this by Rodial again. It's the Dragon's Blood Sculpting Gel. So this actually works really well with foundation and makeup. So, and I mean that in the way that sometimes I love moisturisers and they're great when I'm not wearing any makeup, but some of them, they don't blend well with my makeup, whereas this, whenever I use a foundation afterwards, this seems to be really compatible with all the foundations that I use, so that's a plus. But again, if I read you the ingredients and what are the key benefits, dragon's blood helps to comfort and restore through skin hydration. So these are all things that I really, really need. And if you have dry skin or eczema or psoriasis or anything of this kind, these products should really help you. Collagen, known to improve the appearance of skin and firmness. We all need that. A plant-based ingredient that is known to improve elasticity in the skin. And I hope I'm pronouncing this right, bulufilline. So they're just a couple of the 3 key features and benefits, but there are another 3, but I don't want this video to be too long. But that's why this is really useful for me. And lastly, the SPF drops by Rodial Anti-Blue Light and Pollution. I didn't realise the seriousness of using a product like this, so this is a must for me. It's really important to wear SPF, especially I've just had laser treatment on my face, so I don't want to reverse all of that. So I'm taking particular care of any pollution or even the screen time on your computer. I just recommend using this on a daily basis. So I think I have another 5 minutes. Okay, so I've had just under 10 minutes. Now I'm going to pull this off. I even feel like a relief on my skin. My eyes are so dry underneath. I just want to make sure that I have the residue product on my eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to use the vitamin C drops, the Vit C drops. And I actually put the residue of this in my cuticles. It smells so nice. It smells very natural, and I think that's why this works so well for my skin. So even leaving it like this, and then I don't wear any makeup, if I'm having a really, really bad flare-up, I will do that. Just those 2 steps, and it makes a really big difference. Then I'm just going to use the smallest drop of this if I'm going out in the sun, you know, just day to day, or, you know, I'm going to be out and about in the city. I will make sure I use a lot more of this, and sometimes I'll even take it out with me. Just a little bit on my hand. You only need a tiny bit of this drop, so they go a long way. I'm just going to pat that on my skin. Whenever I go out in London or the city, I feel it really irritates my skin, so this is just a step to help protect against pollution. And the final stage is the dragon's blood. I love these push bottles. It's so clean. Love the smell of this. So I just rub that in with my hand just to get some heat in the product. I love this smell as well. I'm going to put a little bit extra around my eyes because I just feel that they're so dry. And I always pay extra attention to it around my mouth as well. And it doesn't sting. Whereas if you have the same problem as me, you know how bad some moisturisers can sting. So that's all my skin prepped. It already feels like I can feel a relief. I can feel that it's not as itchy, it's not as burning. If you can relate, then and you have this problem, you can relate to exactly what I'm saying. It's like a burning, and you can just feel it's waiting to erupt. So that feeling has gone, and now I feel really hydrated and smooth, ready to apply my makeup. So that is just a simple, like, there's 4 products, that's all it is, and I don't use the sheet mask every day. So just a quick 3-step products. That's my super quick skincare routine when I have really inflamed skin. And then I have other routines when I want to really radiate, a routine for pigmentation. So do let me know if you want me to share those as well. So now the skin's prepped, we're going to do a very quick makeup routine, and I'm going to show you some of my favourite products. Now I'm going to just do a little quick makeup routine. I've decided to stay in here just because the light is good. So this is literally just an everyday, just to make me look a little bit less, well, like this. So I'm using the Banana Low Lighter. I don't often say this, but this is a holy grail product of mine. It's one of the few concealers that's a liquid concealer like this that I can use underneath my eye and use a fair bit of it, because otherwise it just goes in all of the creases. Also, that skin prep that I showed you before is really, really important, because your skin needs to be really hydrated, especially if you're older like me. You really need to hydrate the skin. So this Banana Lowlighter by Rodial is just something else. It really is. Can you see the difference in the redness? It takes away any discoloring. It's really good for highlighting and sculpting the face with the illusion of makeup, and it's really gentle on the skin. I really recommend Rodial if you have sensitive skin or eczema. So I'm just going to let that sit in, just using the heat of my own face, just to help it melt in, but I'm just going to do it slowly and gently. And if I really want to sculpt, I'll do like a bit under the cheekbone, but this is basically just to make me look and feel more alive and get rid of that redness. So that's the Lowlighter. I love the peach one, but today I'm using the banana. Diamond concealer. I don't normally have to use this that often. I'm just going to use a tiny bit on the back of my hand. I do have some hormonal blemishes at the moment. I only need the tiniest bit. Literally had nothing there. So just a small bit, and I'm going to use a brush to blend that in. Just a little bit here. This is a really light concealer if you don't want it too cakey. And then I'm just going to use a really light base. I'm going to use this Skin Tin 02, and it's called Hamptons. So I'm just going to pop a tiny bit on the back of my hand like this. And it's just very lightweight consistency, so it gives me a little bit of coverage. It smells lovely. A little bit of coverage without feeling too heavy. Just a nice fresh tint. It's really easy to blend as well. And just sometimes, even when I'm working from home, it can really get me down having my skin like how it was earlier when I showed you. So even when I'm at home, just a nice bit of light makeup. Then I'm going in with my Rodial mascara, the XXL. And now for one of my all-time favourite products. It's the Rodial Instagram Compact Deluxe Banana Powder. So this is just exactly like the liquid form, but in a powder. So it's the same kind of effect, and it's meant obviously to give you that Instagram filter. And I love using a combination of liquid and powder, because it just helps that liquid set underneath, and then it's more long lasting. I didn't do the liquid here, but I'm actually going to do a bit with the powder. And just some under the brow. Can you see the difference from where we started with that redness? And I cannot explain to you the feeling of how my face feels. That little 3-4 step skincare routine has allowed me to do all of my makeup. It feels smooth. I'm not feeling irritable, so I'm not going to itch it. It's such a relief for me. Then lastly, I'm going to use one of my favourite bronzers. I actually discovered this at a conference that I went to nearly like 8 years ago. It's such an amazing bronzer. Just drag that all the way around my face. And I've used the most tiny amount. It's the perfect colour, the perfect texture. It's like a peachy browny colour. It's like brown with a slight nudie peach. It's perfect. And that radiant tint that I used has just done such a good job. So that's it, that's all. That's literally taken me 5 minutes with a 3-step skincare, 4 if you want to use these, which I do recommend using it every day because SPF is so important. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lipstick on and then we're done. And this is the finished look.
Something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down. When I hit the town, you should ride on me. Keep your minds on me.
So I hope that you found that useful. It was really amazing even for myself just to discover that, because you'll see in the next part of this video, you'll see the difference in like all around here. Now, it was so bad, my skin, that I was just using a herbal moisturiser and that was it. I was too scared to put anything on, but after a couple of weeks, nothing was happening. That's when I thought this morning, okay, let me read all the ingredients of all the skincare that I have and let me find something that's really going to target this. So I'm literally over the moon, and you'll see in the next video the difference in me just using an everyday moisturiser, one that was really basic because I thought that that's all I could apply on my skin. But actually, if you try, I mean, it does take a lot of testing, but if you try and find things with the benefits that are going to target your problem, it really does work. So I think that skincare routine, I keep repeating because it was literally 3 products and the SPF that have taken away the irritation, made such a huge difference. And it's allowed my makeup to go so much smoother, and I'm just over the moon that I have like this quick routine that I can use all the time. And Rodeo is a really reasonable price point, and I totally forgot to tell you that I do actually have a very generous discount. I'll put it on the screen here. I'll also put it in the description box below. It's an amazing skincare and makeup brand, and I can't stress enough how amazing Rodeo is for sensitive skin and flare-ups. It still has that beautiful natural scent of natural extracts, but not too much that it irritates your skin. So I'll leave everything listed below along with the discount code. Enjoy the Hermes haul. I would love it so much if you would subscribe to my channel and enjoy the next part of the video. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I have just filmed my Chanelle unboxing from what I bought in Paris, so head over to that video if you haven't seen it already. I'm always so unorganised, aren't I? So it's just a regular day at home. It's a Saturday, and I'm just in a casual outfit, but I cannot get enough of this knit. So many people ask me on Instagram if it's worth the splurge, and my answer is yes, I think it's worth it. And I understand what you mean, because when I went to buy it, I just thought, no, it's too expensive. But then I can't find anything similar. I always try and find something similar on the high street, or, you know, high-end high street, or, you know, not a super brand. There was nothing. And I love the long sleeve, like the wide sleeves. It's a very thick cashmere, and something that you all should know about cashmere are the different grades of cashmere. So when people say, oh yes, you can get this on the high street for £100, it will be a very thin cashmere. This is very thick. The colours are divine. There's an exclusive colour with one retailer that I love, and I think it's going to be the one that I get. I'll link it below. I'll link the size that I'm wearing as well. But yeah, the answer is yes. It's just so cosy to like be at home snugly, and it's super soft like a blanket, but then it's amazing to then wear out, so much so that you can wear it. I can wear it to like one of my really fancy meetings where I need to have a nice outfit on. So that's why I think it's good cost per wear, like cozy on the sofa to literally a huge corporate meeting kind of thing. So just wanted to address that before we get into it. Now, sample sale. If any of you ever see me again on Instagram saying I'm on the way to a sample sale, please tell me to turn around and go home, because I'm done with sample sales. And I always said to someone, like my friends, I said, I'm done with sample sales. I'm never going to another one again. I will only go if it's Hermes and they come to England. Don't even care where in England, but I will go to that sample sale. And I stayed true to my word. I didn't go to any sample sales recently, like even before COVID. This is what I think about sample sales. I feel that with sample sales, that's better, sorry. I feel that with sample sales, I come out with things that I really, really like, but I always overspend, not by like 100, by like maybe 600 minimum. And that's a lot of money, and that's a lot of money where I would say in most occasions, say I go to like a designer shoe sample sale. Yes, I've come out with 4 pairs, but actually I could have spent £100 less and got a brand new pair that I was over the moon about, and just having one sensational pair than like 4 pairs of designer shoes. And I feel that it brings me into that kind of rut. And I just always feel like I overspend. I feel like it's too much pressure. You spend so much time queuing for all kind of sample sales, no matter if it's, even if it's like a press one that I go to, like the Hermes one that's invite only. I find that you spend so long queuing up that you don't want to turn back, even though you're like, if you'd have just walked in off the street, you'd be like, no, I'm good, there's nothing that's screaming at me, and you'd walk out. But the catch-22 here, and I bet everybody feels like this when they go to sample spas, especially this Hermes one that was so long, which we'll get into. I just feel like I made so many friends in the queue at the Hermes sale, and we were all just like, I'm over this, but I've spent too long, like I have to make it to the end. And then you're like still there another 2 hours later. So this was the most intense sample sale I've been to, and I went for one thing and I said, that thing is not there, I'm not buying anything. And I saw that it wasn't there and I still stayed. So, right, let's get into it, shall we? I bought a mixture of menswear, womenswear, ready-to-wear accessories. You get all of the boxes. I'm going to answer as many questions as I can from Instagram. So the sample sale is not actually dealt with Hermes directly. This is the brand. I think actually, you can have a look at it. Arletty. Really nice name actually. I'm pretty sure that they're French because everyone that was working there was pretty much French, and that is a very obvious reason why I think it's French. I spoke to a couple of people at Hermes and they were like, no, it's nothing to do with us, like, so it is completely separate. What else do you need to know? It is invite only, so I received an email, not from Hermes, from this brand, this company, and I got it from them. I then had to wait for the link. Now my friend got her link the day before me, so she managed to get a slot on the first day, which was Saturday. I then got a link a day or two later and I picked Sunday. Then other people that I know got the link after me, and Saturday and Sunday were all gone, and so on. So I don't know how they were doing it, really have no idea. And I also know people that don't even have a handbag that got an invite. So although it's invite only, I don't think it was like super exclusive, because a lot of people go in, and I personally know people that went that don't even have a bag. I don't even think one of my friends that got invited has even bought anything, but she was on a wish list for a bag, therefore they had all her details. So I think it's pretty easy to get an invite. If you go and ask them for a wish list, you give all your details, maybe you buy like a perfume, I think you'll be on the list. So it's not that exclusive, but it is invite only. You then receive a link, you pick your time slot, and I was like, shall I tell them or not? But I'm going to tell you, which probably I'm going to be banned from any sample sale, but it was a genuine accident. It was honestly so genuine. I have to tell you, I can't help but like tell you what completely happened. So I, without a doubt, picked Sunday. I know I did, because I was with Paris and I was trying to work out the days that my mum was going to have on her and a photo shoot that I was talking about to someone on my team, and I picked Sunday. I know I did. I get there, I had 12 till 3. I got there at 11:30, knowing full well how sample sales work. I've done my fair share. These are my tips for sample sales. If it's a free-for-all and it starts at 9, you need to get there at like 6 in the morning. I've been there when the sun is still not out, and I've queued in the middle of winter with my friend Yin. We've actually done that multiple times for like Christian Louboutin sale. When it's a free-for-all, you get there minimum of 3 hours before. When it's a press invite, a VIP invite, you still get there early. Always. Do not wear anything expensive. You always have to put your coat in a cloakroom, because nothing's security tag and they're doing it for security basically. You're not allowed your bag in there. So my advice to you is just go with, I always take like a lightweight coat that I'm happy to put in a cloakroom. I bring my phone, one card, always bring ID to a sample sale if it's an invite only. And then you hold those pieces, or they normally give you like a transparent pochette. The Hermes one was pretty good actually. They gave you a pochette that went round your neck, so it was very easy for them to see everything, and you had your hands free. So I saw people in the queue with Birkins, and I was thinking, no, you're going to have to put that in the cloakroom, and I would not feel comfortable putting anything in the cloakroom. So top tip for sample sales, it gets really hot, it gets really stressful. Just wear lightweight clothes. You'll probably be on the floor. Just wear like whatever. I was literally in black leggings and a black t-shirt. Should we get into this, because I've already been nearly 10 minutes. Sorry, but I'm just trying to give you all the info. I still have told you nowhere near all the things and tips, so I'm going to show you everything. Then we'll go back to sample sale tricks, tips and other things about the Hermes sale. Okay, so everything came in their box. I'll try and tell you as we go along actually. I just won't stop showing. You walk in, I queue for about half an hour. You then have another queue on the other side. For me, it really wasn't that bad. There was only like 10 people in front of me. It was nothing. So stay tuned for me to tell you the mistake that happened. That was actually quite bad. And then you go in, and I've never been somewhere where you then queue inside. Normally you can just go wherever you like, but you had to queue. So I queued for the shoe department for about half an hour. And I had a quick skim, a dark skim at the size 39, which is my size. Didn't really see too much, and then I saw men's, and I saw that the men's was really strong, amazing men's shoe. So I actually prioritised going over to the men's. And I'm really, really pleased with what I got, Paris, like really over the moon. And I wish I'd just stopped there, because I'm really pleased. Like they all, I've just unwrapped it, but they all came like literally brand new. So I'm pretty sure that the S here is the mark for the sample sale, which I think is really nice way to do it, because like Manolo and Louboutin, they would literally scratch it on the whole sole, so it was really obvious. Whereas Hermes, like by law, if it's a sample sale, you have to claim that it's a sample. And I thought that Hermes did that, or Aletti did that really well, because you're still spending a lot of money, and it's still like really precious to most people there. Made in Italy. And sometimes they put a massive like S on the, like, you know, the label, the garment tag, or they cut through the garment tag. It's like, there's no need. Chill out. Like, just do something a bit more discreet. So they've just put an S, which I think is really nice. And they feel like they've got the dust bag, they've got the box. It literally feels like I bought them from the Hermes boutique. All of the staff were wearing like Hermes scarves. They were really, really nice. It felt like really professional. Like all of that I think was really positive. So I bought these for Paris. They were, please let me put the price on because I'm terrible at remembering numbers. Okay, I'm just gonna have to remember now. Oh fab. They were £860 and I got them for £260, which I think's amazing. And then I quickly picked up, you have to move like really quickly. There are unfortunately going to be people that pushed in. I made friends with two really nice women, one in front and one behind, because you're literally there for hours, so you make friends unless you're a misog. And one was like my mum's age, the other girl was like my age. We were literally like best friends by the end of it. And we're queuing up, and it was so lovely because we'd be there for an hour in the queue, and she would go and have a look and I would go and have a look, and we'll save each other's spots. Everyone was doing that. It's really nice. Lots of people were, I met so many of you at the Hermes sample sale, which makes sense because, you know, we're all like the same things. And let me just show you, I've got them in brown. And they were letting 50 people in at a time, fair, to the shoes, and they were having like a long time, I would say a good 30-40 minutes, and I found out that the day after, or maybe the day after that, they were narrowing it down to 15 minutes, which normally is the case for sample sales. Normally it's like 9 till 9:30. You get 15 minutes shopping, 15 minutes paying, out the door. This was like a free-for-all, like they were letting people basically shop until they'd finish, which they had gathered on the third day that was not working out. So they let 50 people in. It was me and this other girl that literally I just met. And this girl pours in her two friends from way back in the queue. And we, you know, you don't want to cause a scene, but we said to each other, that's not fair, because now we've got to wait another half an hour. So we both like, don't want to cause a scene, we just won't say anything. And then this other girl comes in and says, oh, I'm just going to bring my two friends. And that's when we were like, no, sorry, like, no. If you're going to let two more people in, let someone in from the queue. So you're always going to get that at sample sales. Just don't let it get to you, and speak up. Sorry talking far too long, memory card. So yeah, basically you're always going to get people like that. Should have walked out at this point because I was really happy with Paris's shoes. He never asks me for anything, but I know that he loves nice shoes. He's always looking at the Hermes shoes. So I was really happy to get him them, and they looked really, really comfortable. So I thought, yeah, I'll get him 2 pairs, it's worth it. Now let me just go. But then I thought, let me have a quick look. There was, Oren was 1 per person. I wasn't buying any, so I did buy them for someone else that I knew that wanted them. And I just got them because I just felt like it was a waste not getting a pair of Oren. It was 6 shoes per person, 1 Oren per person. I think it was something like 5 ready-to-wear pieces per person. I had so many people say to me, oh, it's not worth me going because everything's going to be gone. They were definitely replenishing every day, which I thought was really fair. But I went in on the 12 o'clock slot and there were no boots, and I quite fancied to look at the women's boots. Not one boot, not one 39 Oren. And then my friend came in 2 hours later, yes, I was still there, and she got like 5 pairs of boots, and there were no boots at all. And she said that there were boots in my size. My friend went back another day, like my other friend went back the next day. She got boots in the same size as me. So not only were they replenishing daily, they were actually replenishing like every couple of hours. So I thought that was fair. It gave everybody like a fair chance to shop and not just get, it weren't about you had to get there on the first day. What else did we get? As you walked in, there were ties, and I just picked up 1 tie because I thought Paris doesn't wear ties anymore. Just actually, when he was at the bank, he actually never wore ties. Paris always used to say the higher up you were, the more scruffy you would look, and he actually never even wore ties, only on like special. Oh, it's really nice this tie. Only on special occasions, but I thought it was nice just to get him one. I just really wanted to make sure that I got him some nice bits because, well, just for obvious reasons. And I also thought, which was a really nice feeling, that I could get, oh, this is blue jean, which is one of my favourite colours, for Oni. So I thought I can put this away for Honoré. There'll definitely be a time when he needs a tie, and I just thought that was really nice for his first tie to be an Hermes one. It's got all the label on. Really nice, like definitely if you want to go there for gifts, it was really nice because everything was pristine, everything was like buying it from the shop, which is not always the case. Then I went to menswear queue, which, where is it? It's here. Now this is the thing that sent me over the edge that I really shouldn't have bought. Now the ready to wear was so expensive. I could have bought Paris like 5 coats, but everything was from 1,000 pretty much. A jumper would be like 500-600. I thought it could have been a bit less, like slightly less prices, but ready to wear at Hermes is very expensive. Like this would have retailed at around 4k. I think it had the price, it was like 3,800, and I got this for 1,200, and I know it's really obscene, and I wish that if there was the next size up, I would have bought it super oversized for me. I actually picked it up for Paris. There were no blazers in his size. He's like a 54. This is he's a 56. And I would have got a 54, and we both, like, bit big for me, bit tight for him. But this was the only size they had, and I was trying this one on, and then I saw another girl, like, who looked really similar to me. She was like, oh, you're getting that for you? And she went and bought it as well, and another girl in the queue wanted to get it, and there was only 2 on the day that I went anyway. And I kept trying it on, and I was like, oh, 1,200 is so much. But one thing that I really liked, you know what I was telling you about? See how it's got the Hermes here? In a normal sample sale, they put a marker through it or cut it through, which for me is just awful. So I loved it that they didn't do that. If it would have had that, I wouldn't have bought it even for like 800, 500 pounds. I would not have bought it. But I just, for someone that loves jackets so much and tailoring and menswear and oversize, I put it back, and then I went in the wiggly queue, and 2 hours later it was still in the same place. Like I'd put it in women's wear. And I just thought, nope, I'm not going to get it. And then I went all around the other way to the tills, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to get it. And just the tailoring and the workmanship is exquisite. The back of the collar is leather. Inside, it's just old school, phenomenal tailoring, made in Italy. Inside pockets, like 2 on each side. I've never seen such exquisite tailoring. So, and the colour and just how oversized it was, it's just super exquisite. It really, really is. The buttons. Oh, here you go. It's got the price here. Oh, it was $1,071 and $3,570 at retail. So yeah, in that case, it was a really amazing bargain. It's the same colour as this. And that is what sent me over the edge. But I just thought it's such an exquisite piece. I could sell it if I really want to. I'm not going to. Then I saw this by the till. It's like, you know, when you go to the till and you steal chocolate at the till point and you end up picking up other things. That's what I did. So then I picked up this. I love a baseball cap. Love a baseball cap. You can even see with this outfit here, I'm wearing this together with the oversized blazer. I just thought, I do love a baseball cap. It's nice in the winter. Nice wool fabric. Quite discreet. It's just got like 2 H's on the front. Don't know what 2 H's mean, but yeah, picked up that as well. So although that was really pricey, I just know that I'm going to wear it all the time. Then, oh, this is the pochette that they gave you. That's what they give you to around the neck. Then I just bought 2 pairs of shoes for me, which I really could have done without, really. So let me know what you think of these, honestly. I might sell a pair, I don't know, to a friend because she did like them. The prices are really good. I literally just skimmed on the ladies' shoes. They did have amazing shoes. Those of Aura, and the Aura were like $190. They had really nice trainers. They had the Paris loafers. It was good. It was a good sample sale. I bought these. Now I have a couple of pair of Aurans, and when my friend come back in and she was in the queue, she said that they were Auran and they're 39, but I was happy. I preferred these, and a few of my followers said, oh, I went to buy them, and like a lady in the queue told me that they're old lady. I know what you mean by that I actually liked them. I actually like them that no one's got these. And as much as I really, really love the men's Sherpa sandals, like so me, I'm not sure in 5 years' time people will be wearing them. I mean, I probably would because I wear menswear anyway. But these for me were just super classic, and the reason why I wanted them is because I really wanted them to match my gold Kelly with the gold hardware. So I was really set on having them. They were only £230. Completely immaculate. Woo! Completely immaculate. Dust bag, all like this. There's an S, very discreet up here, so well done for whoever's idea was that. Much appreciated, because it makes us feel like we've all got something like Hermes and not just like scraps. So really happy with them. These are the ones that I'm not sure about, although I love this kind of heel. It's the same one, and they did have these in flat, but with a slight heel. I find that Hermes shoes come quite big. I tried the 40 and they were too big. Another top tip is just wear things that you can throw. That's why I just went in a t-shirt, because if I wanted to try anything on, I could do it really easily. And the shoes, I just had slip on and off shoes, because you don't have much time or much space. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, going back to these, I just know that I'll wear them so much because they're a little heel, really comfy. And I actually think the logo here at the front, it's really exquisite. It doesn't scream Hermes, but if you know Hermes, you know it's Hermes. And if you don't know it's Hermes, it's got just a beautiful horse on it. So, you know, actually getting these back out now, I actually really, really like them. The last thing that I bought is they had a jewellery section. I had a quick peek, but at this point I was so over the queuing, I couldn't bear another, like no way I couldn't. Had a quick peek, didn't seem like there was anything I liked. Had a look at homeware. They had trinket trays, but not the kind of trinket trays I liked, like too colourful. They had amazing blankets with like H on one side and tartan on the other, which I thought were really beautiful, but they were really expensive, like 12, like I think I saw like 900 to 1,000, so I didn't want one of them. Really beautiful baby bits, again, didn't need anything from there. Scarves galore, but they were like £300-400. And I wish I'd had time to look at the twillies, but I just couldn't. I'd been there for so long. So then when my friend went back, I was telling them all the tips of where to go. I tried to share as much as possible on Instagram. And then one of my followers went and, like, you know, I don't like saying follower, it's a bit weird. It's more like an Instagram friend / follower. Like, I don't know what term to call it. But she really kindly got me a twilly. I obviously gave her the money for it. And I'd seen a twilly that my friend Sabrina had bought. And it's the, like, I love the safari and the bandana. And it was kind of in between. So I said, if you happen to see that, please get me one. And she did. So I'll pop a picture here, but it's a lilac twilly. And actually, I like the idea of putting it with this in the summer. Really nice lilac with grey. I actually just really love lilac in general, and I'd wear it in my hair. That was what they're $115, I think it was $75. So that's all that I bought. Now to tell you, and my gut is telling me not to tell you this, but it was an honest mistake. I got to the front, I'd been there for so long, and my link was not working. And they were being very, very strict, and you know, they're French, so very straight to the point. And I saw that just as I was about to walk in, literally as she was looking at my name, I saw that I was actually the next day. And I just kind of froze, didn't know what to do. I was holding Honoré because Paris just went to go and find a bathroom. So I was waiting for him to come back. I'm holding him. He luckily came back as soon as I was about to go in. And I just thought, oh, do you know what? It's okay. I'm going to spend too much money anyway. If I don't, I've only queued for like 25 minutes. It's fine. I won't go in. It is what it is. And he was like just saying hello to absolutely everyone. And I think that they didn't look. I don't know what happened. But I was standing there thinking, and I was double checking if I had got it wrong, because I wasn't sure if it was me that got the date looking and it was right, and I was confused. And they just let me in. And then when I was in the second queue, I realised that I wasn't meant to be there. And then when I went to pay, it did get flagged. And I think they thought that I was trying to go to like multiple days, because it's not a non-transferable invite. You've got to bring your ID so it matches with your email. And I showed all that. And I just thought I'll just tell the truth. It was an honest mistake. I'm certain I picked the Sunday. And I was actually, if they were going to say to me, we're really sorry, you can't buy anything, I actually was like, didn't care. I was like, actually, can you please tell me I can't buy anything? So I'm going to save myself £2,000 here. So yeah, I know that everybody probably did this in 15 minutes, but I talk far too much. Top tips for sample sales: if it's not an invite only, get there a minimum 3 hours before. If it is invite only, get there a minimum of half hour before. Never take a bag, wear lightweight clothes, wear shoes that you can slip on and off, wear a jacket that you don't mind throwing on the floor. Take minimal things, always take ID, always take a mixture of cash and card, because there was nothing that said in my emails that it was card only, and it was card only when you got there, and there was some poor person that only had cash. So yeah, and then you don't want to get there and it's cash only, or you know, maybe they open up a till that's cash only and you'll be like half hour quicker or hour quicker. So just be well prepared. And the best thing I want to tell you, and the most important thing I want to tell you, is if you ever see me going to a sample sale, I want to be inundated with messages saying, turn back, Claire, do not go in, save your money. So yeah, that's what I bought in the sample sale. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I would love it if you follow me on Instagram, Claire Chanelle. If you want to look at my home, it's Claire Chanelle Home. And if you'd like to stay tuned for my brand that's launching, that is Rue.Sloan. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.